Lean in, lean in, lean in, lean in.
What are you
Hello. I'm leaning in.
doing? Yeah, I'm leaning in.
Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Is it a warm Sunday? Is it a cold Sunday?
It's warmer than it has been, and I'll take it.
Yeah, it's been a roller coaster of a winter for sure. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us today, trying to warm up on this cold day. I'm drinking lots of coffee, of course.
Yep.
I like to do that all the time. When it's cold, it just gives me an excuse to drink more.
I know it's like we make a pot and then we take we pour 2 cups and then we pour 2 more cups into a thermos and then we rinse it out. But it's been a 2 thermos day lately.
All right.
So
I see we have a lot of mods on here. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. You always keep it nice and drama free. We love that. Love it, love it, love it. What is it today? And it was snowing this morning again. We had
Yes.
snow flares. It was beautiful from inside.
Yep. In fact, we had plans to go to church this morning, but it's about 53 miles to this church that we like to go to. And with the snow, and it was all sticking because we were like 15 degrees this morning. So everything that was falling was sticking. So we decided not to take the drive because we didn't want to go sliding around.
So we just live streamed it and watched it at the house, which is still good. Definitely still good.
Yeah. But about 2 hours later, the roads were clear. It's like, oh man.
Yeah, should have went.
Yeah.
But at least we got to watch it. I watched Meadowbrook first as a warm up, and then we were watching the other one, and it was great. There's some good stuff happening there that unfortunately we'll be on the road for. They have a Turning Point coming.
Turning Point USA.
Yeah, and they're doing a night there. They have lots of stuff at that church always going on, different artists visiting them.
Mm-hmm.
The other week they had Mike Weaver from Big Daddy Weave. If I'm saying that right.
Yeah, I think so.
And so he comes off, and they have a lot going on at the church. I really, really like it.
And it is a big church. And normally we like smaller churches, but this church really has a lot going on. And if you can feel God moving in the church, that's your church.
Yep. It doesn't matter how big or small it is. What matters is if you feel God there. So anyway, it was a good morning, nice and warm inside until the propane ran out.
This morning it ran out.
So better it run out in the morning than in the middle of the night. So we had to run out and get some more propane. Luckily, they had just came to Tractor Supply this morning and filled the tank. So keep everybody happy, nice and warm.
And the propane oven, the stove, the heater, it will heat the whole cabin by itself. But
Hi, John.
We just use it to help augment the furnace because the furnace doesn't heat very well. Oh, thank you, Jason.
Jason.
He's always doing that.
Jason, love you.
So we have a Radiant oil-based heater that we keep on all the time, and we leave it on medium for efficiency because it does its best on medium, I think, and it doesn't overdraw the plug. And then the propane heater helps heat up the main living area. And then the back bedrooms are cooler, but just by a few degrees. So the propane really helps.
I like a cold bedroom at night, so it's fine by me because I get super hot. So I don't mind that at all.
So we do like the propane stove. Now there is the cumbersome task of loading the bottle up and taking it and getting it filled.
That's his job.
But it's not a big deal. I can tell you it lasted about 4 days when we're stupid cold. But when we start to get into the 30s, it becomes a lot more efficient, and you can go 7 to 8 days.
Is there a smart cold?
Well, I know there's a stupid cold, and that's like below 20. That's stupid cold.
Hey, James from Anchorage. Hope you're staying warm there.
Yeah. It's probably, in fact, the other day, it was Juneau, Alaska had, was it 38 degrees? And in Florida, it was 22 degrees.
That is a rarity when it's colder in Florida than Alaska. There was actually snow in a few places in Florida. I know a few of my friends that live near Gainesville posted that there was snow at their house. I also heard from another friend today that there was snow in Cedar Key, Crystal River, and Gainesville. So That's like, wow.
Yeah.
So wow. But luckily, there was no snow I don't believe there was any in Chiefland or Otter Creek from what I've heard.
Hmm.
So that's good. I'm sure they don't want it, although it is cold enough to feel like it's snowing there. I know we
Yeah.
were watching Meadowbrook this morning and they were all bundled up there, and that's in Ocala. So pretty
Yeah.
chilly, especially if you're Floridian. I know all the Northerners would come down and laugh at us because we'd be all bundled up and they're like, this ain't nothing. Well, when you're used to very hot temperatures, it
Yeah.
doesn't take much to make you cold. Just like if you're in Alaska and it starts warming up there, you see all those people like, oh, it's so hot, this and that, because they're used to the cold. So same difference, just different extreme.
And I've
So.
never lived anywhere that wasn't either no snow at all or a ton of snow. Like I've lived for a short time there in Florida, about 6 years, and there was no snow. And then in Alaska was nothing but snow. So I grew up in Virginia, and so it was much like Tennessee, except I think we got a little bit more snow there than we did here. We just got a dusting here. I don't think we ever got over an inch or two of snow.
Yeah, last year I think we got more snow
I think
than
we
this
got
year.
more snow last year, but it doesn't stick around long. A couple of days and it's over, and all the snow we got this morning is gone.
Yeah,
So
it left very quickly, which is fine.
yep.
So, I mean, all this cold is really making me miss Florida. So we are definitely looking forward to hitting the road and going to Florida soon.
Even the pastor was making jokes about the weather right off the rip. He was like, well, our 2 weeks of winter should be about over. That's about all we get.
And that's great.
Yeah, that's
That is
fine.
great.
Yeah.
We never planned to be here this winter season anyway. So, you know.
Iowa 73 has been a member for 12 months. Well, thank you.
Hi. Hope you're doing good.
Yep.
So next year, hopefully plans go accordingly, you know, life and plans, how they
Things
can change rather quickly.
Like the weather, you say.
Yeah. So, and actually today would have been the day that we would have boarded our cruise. I know Mike on Veterans Nation, and then the Huffs,
Georgie and the Huffs should be on the cruise.
So yeah, they should be enjoying that warmer weather.
In fact, the Huffs got off of her cruise, turned around, and got right back on the cruise.
What kind of awesome life is that you get off one boat and head on to another one? I don't know.
I think he needs to adopt us.
When I grow up, I want to live like that for sure.
Yeah.
But our cruise, we are going on a cruise.
We are.
So that'll be happening soon too. So we look forward to that.
We pushed it back a couple weeks, and they're going to the Bahamas. That cruise was set up for the Bahamas. We're going to San Juan, St. Thomas,
And Grand Turk.
Grand Turks. So it'll
So
be a 3-stop cruise, and it's 7 days.
yeah, so that'll be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to that. And we're also looking forward to seeing some friends and family when we're in Florida. And maybe some beach.
Some beach.
Yeah. I like the
beach.
Yeah, I know the song just starts
Somewhere.
going in your head. I like going to the beach and walking in the sand. So I like it a little bit more than Brett, but
Yeah, to me, a beach means crowds, people, pay to park, all the things I don't like.
I grew up at the beach, so.
Oh, Iowa sent you 10.
Oh,
Enjoy.
thank you, Iowa. You're so sweet.
Appreciate it. Thank
We
you.
really appreciate it. I was hoping we'd be able to go down to South Florida and get some Jackson's ice cream, but that's a little bit of a jog.
Yeah,
from
we
where
were
we'll be.
mapping that to see how far is Jackson's, how far is Las Patas.
We're gonna try to swing a Las Patas sub on the
Yes.
way from Patrick to
Ocala.
Ocala. So, and I'm looking forward. We're going to be in Ocala for a whole week. So that means I get to go to Meadowbrook. I get to visit a lot of the parks that I used to go walking in. So I'm super stoked about that.
So some of that excellent Southern Florida cuisine is actually starting to make it up into Central Florida because we identified a Las Patas in DeLand, Florida. That's just outside of
Yeah,
Daytona.
I don't know how long it's been there, but that's
I don't know how long
exciting
it's been there
news.
either. I thought all of those were down south.
And if you've ever had a Las Patas sub, then you know why I rave about it, which a lot of people haven't tried it because they're only in very select locations in
Mhm.
South Florida. So
Isn't that where
sorry,
they throw the
guys.
meat?
Yeah, they slice that meat fresh and they throw it and the guy catches it right in the roll.
Yeah,
So we did a video about that quite a while
it's
ago.
been quite a while. Yeah.
But yeah, that place is so amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty neat the way they do it, and it's a good atmosphere. It's a fun atmosphere, and they put a lot of meat on that sub.
And they'll put the toppings, the lettuce and everything first, and then they kind of wrap the meat around the toppings like a little blanket to hold it all in.
Mm.
So anyway, I'm making myself hungry already.
Yeah, right.
I always say I could take people on a food tour of South Florida because they have a lot of great eateries, and then you have all the cultures.
Yeah.
Just delish.
What's that little fish and turf place that I like down there?
Flanagan's?
Flanagan's.
Yeah, that's a good place.
That's only in South Florida, and they have some great food down there if you're ever down there. And they give you your drinks in these little plastic cups, and you get to keep them. It's got their logo on it. It's pretty neat.
Good times, good times. So I'm just looking forward to going, and we got to start packing the RV.
We do.
And the whole RV pretty much got cleaned out. So there's nothing in there. So it's going to be quite a pack job. Usually we leave stuff in there. So you're just kind of putting in a few items here and there. So now it's like starting over from scratch. So I got to get in there and do a cleaning day and a whole repacking day.
First, it needs to warm up a little bit.
I know.
At least into the 50s so we can get in there and move around.
I don't know how everybody functions in this cold. I am like a bear. I just want to hibernate. I don't even want to do anything. And I'm an outdoors person, so it's driving me nuts to be inside. But the wind most of these days
It's
is
the
just
wind.
horrendous. Like I can't even deal with it, and it makes everything hurt. So
And you don't want to be in the RV anyway when it's in the 30s or so, because you get in there and things are not quite thawed. They might still be frozen. And the linoleum that's in there and the plastics, if you get in there and start walking around, you could break something just by walking around and moving in there.
that's how I feel. Like I'm so stiff that I
Right.
might break something.
That stuff needs to thaw slowly, and you shouldn't be walking around in there until it's on the other side of 33, 35 degrees at least.
And I definitely want to pack some different things this time around because I'm trying to eat healthier.
Yep.
So I want to make sure I bring my vegetable steamer and my lovely steamer for the eggs to have hard-boiled eggs. So it's hard sometimes when you're on the road to eat healthy as you want to because you're grabbing convenience items and Lord knows they're never healthy.
Right.
So you really got to pre-plan when you're trying to eat healthy.
And we were thinking about trying to sneak in before the cruise a
We're
trip.
sneaking in.
Well, before we started the boat tour. So
Boat.
the boat is actually the first order of business. But we were going to try to get to Charleston Fam Camp for maybe a week or a few days, but it looks like it needs to warm up a little more before we can start our loading process or planning the load. And I think we're going to run out of time or be rushed. And we kind of want the snow and ice to get off of the mountains
Yeah, that would be a
in
bonus.
eastern Tennessee, North Carolina, and western South Carolina, Georgia. We'd like that to be all cleared up
I'm not looking to make the news.
because you heard about this bad 100 car pile accident on I-85 in North Carolina. That was insane. But we don't want to get into any part of that.
Didn't they have some issues near Monteagle too
I can't remember what it was. I think they had a couple of accidents up there too.
with some truckers?
Yeah, that's not far from here on 24. So we don't want to get into any of that. And as you know, I like to be thrifty with
No, no.
with things, sometimes overly. But instead of parking at the port for $20 per day, that's times 7. We decided we're going to park the whole rig, the apparatus, and the Jeep at the Fam Camp at Patrick. They have dry storage there for a whole week for $25. Now, how do we get from Patrick to the port? It's only 17 miles and it's straight down the same road, one road. So we think we can just Uber it or thumb it or talk to people and throw them a couple dollars, I mean $20, $30. I think we can get to the port even if we have to pay an Uber
I
or
don't
a
know, if you
taxi.
thumb it in Florida, you might make the news.
Yeah,
You're gonna have some
Florida man.
weirdo picking you up, and
Hey, as long as they drop me off, I'm okay with it. They can be weird all the way there and then drop me off.
I don't know.
But we'll see. We're going to weigh that. So we got to figure out how to get from.
We might be arriving separately because I don't know about his way of going.
So we're going to have to get a ride to the port, and then we'll do the boat, and then we'll get a ride back. And so when we come back, from what we understand, Ubers cannot go in the gate. It's a pretty high security base, more so than most. So from the gate, though, the dry storage is within walking distance of the gate. So we'll be packing our luggage and walking over to the RV, and then
Yeah, we won't have much luggage anyway because
we're gonna
we'll pretty
pack
much
light.
take a bag each because you're packing light clothes because it's going to be nice and warm.
hopefully it was
It's
pretty,
going to be.
pretty cold down there talking to
Speak-
Mike.
Well, maybe there, but once you
Right.
head off to your destinations, it's warmer
It's
there.
warmer there, yeah.
I've checked ahead, so I know it's
Yeah.
happening.
We should be in the 80s down around the places that we're going. We're
Yeah.
going even further south.
So you don't have to bring a lot of thick clothes and all that stuff. And then a lot of the creature comfort items that everybody brings, I'm not doing all that. I want to pack very light. I want to unplug and just enjoy my time there.
Mhm.
So just keep it light, hang out on the decks, people watch, just have a blast.
We don't
But-
care so much about balcony upgrades or
I don't need a blow dryer. I don't need a curling iron. I don't need all that. But some people bring fans, which I might regret not bringing one
you're not
because I
bringing
get
your
hot.
fans.
I know. I don't think I've thought this one through yet, but I feel like maybe I should. I don't know. I'm thinking about that one still, but we'll see.
Yeah. So
But it's gonna be fun.
it's just 7 days. We're not looking to pack a bunch of sodas, and we're not looking to buy alcoholic beverages. We're going to take the free stuff. There's lots of free food on the trip. We're going
Coffee
to do the free
and
food,
tea.
and we're going to do the free activities, and we're going to enjoy the gym and the walking. And I like playing putt-putt and the pool and whatever else they have. If there's dancing, I'm into dancing. So, but I'm not.
I don't know if I'll be dancing. I might knock somebody out because I'm not too coordinated. So
I don't see the whole need to spend extra money on
if you
top
see me
of-
on the ship dancing, back
Yeah.
up because you may get hurt.
So the fun thing is once we come off the cruise, our rig is already where we need it to be. We just have to meet up with it. So once we get there, then we drive it to the other side of the base where the fan camp is, and we start camping the same day we get back. I think that's on the 22nd.
It's going to be a super nice reset,
Yeah.
I think.
And then we're at the base there camping for about a week. And then we head over to Ocala State Park over there for like 10 days or something, I think. And then we head to Eglin Air Force Base.
Yeah.
So that's what we decided to do.
I was super disappointed. I saw that, speaking of Big Daddy Weave, him and Mercy Me and another one I forgot are going to be in concert in St. Augustine, March 15th, I want to say.
Oh, yeah, that's the same
And I was
day.
like, oh, I would have loved to go to that, but we're going to
March
see,
15th. Sorry.
yeah, we're going to be going to see Toby Mac on March 19th in
Louisville.
So I'm like, oh, I don't guess we could make that, but I sure would love to try to cram it in.
If they had moved it up a month and a couple days, we would have made
If you've never been to a worship concert, oh, they are so much fun. They are
Mhm.
so much energy. It's just it's a real blast.
And if you don't know Toby Mac, he's kind of the pinnacle of religious concerts. He's kind of a rapper of religious concerts.
He does many styles, yeah.
He does, but that's kind of my take on him.
So it's going to be fun. That'll be the first time seeing him. So looking forward to that. And then who knows what's after that.
Yeah, we don't really have it planned. So when we come back from Eglin, then we'll come back up through Alabama. We'll reset at the house. We'll be here about 3 or 4 days. Then we head up towards Louisville, and we'll be staying at Camp Carlson, which is Fort Knox's fan camp. And we've been there before. So we'll be there probably 2 days is what we have planned. And we'll drive to the concert in Louisville, which will be about a 40-minute drive, and come back to the fan camp. And then the next day, we'll head back here. we'll do another reset. But by then we'll have our plans mapped out where we're going. But we think it'll
And we'll be all thawed
it should be
out.
spring. We should be moving into spring, and we should be able to go west and maybe start being able to go northwest. But we would like to spend some time in Montana.
Yes.
We found a little air base camp. I can't remember the name of the town there. It's got two names, but it's a little Malmstrom Air Force Base. I forget the name of the town that it's around, but we'd like to stay there for a little while if we can get in there. And then Colorado has a base, a fairly new campground there at the Army base. And then we'll just have to plan it. But we would like to go to the Midwest. We have never been out to the Midwest.
No.
I've driven through it, but we didn't stop anywhere. So I'd like to spend some time out in the Midwest.
I'd really love to go to
Yeah.
Arizona one of these days too.
And I only want to do Arizona in the fall or spring, not in the summer.
Well, yeah, I definitely agree. I just gotta always keep throwing that out there because there is just some gorgeous places to see there.
And there are a lot of little bases in Arizona. You don't know it until you really look them up. But
Is that right?
there's several, but they're all small bases, and they're all somewhere around Phoenix, some are south of Phoenix. But it's easy to get into one of those bases because there's so many of them. So hopefully that works out.
I wish there was a base closer to Austin. I'd love
Yeah.
to go visit him.
There is one up in was it North or South Dakota? South Dakota, right?
Yeah, the one in
But-
North Dakota is, I think, still far from him.
It's still pretty far.
Minot.
Yeah, it's on the other side of the state.
And we stayed at that one before when we were coming back from Alaska.
Yeah. Now coming back from Alaska, it was kind of on our route, but going to see him, it's not really on our route.
Sometimes the kids move too far away.
Too far.
Why can't everybody just come move to Tennessee?
I know, right? Tennessee has everything, don't they? Except a beach.
I'll keep praying about that too.
They got everything but a beach.
Well, then you just drive down to Florida.
Yeah, we're not far from a beach. 8 hours, 8 hours, you can be to a beach.
No biggie.
So we've recognized that we need to do some winterization in this cabin since we've been here in the
Oh
cold.
my gosh. Yeah, it definitely needs some help.
We had some hard, chilly wind blowing through here, and you could hear it. And all the wood, I mean, everything in here is wood. Open ceilings are wood, and when the wind is blowing, you can hear the wood. And as the temperature outside goes from hot to cold, it cracks. You can hear it going.
Yeah, it's a little scary.
So a cabin is a breathing house. You do have to continuously,
It's a lot.
you have to continuously, like, they have this thing called chinking, putting the stuff in between the boards. Now we don't have to do that, but we do have to do a little bit of foaming up some cavities in the joints of the logs where they come together at the corners. And if you put your hand up against there when it's really cold out and it's blowing hard, that's when you can tell. If you put your hand up in the corner there, you can feel, now it's not every corner, but you can feel cold air coming through in the corners of the logs when you touch them are cold. So you can tell where you need to do some work. So
Gotta do that. Plus,
Yeah.
where else were you working on this week?
the outlets, all the outlets here are in the floor. So the floor outlets are cold because there's a crawl space. And even though the crawl space is blocked, the cold air still gets in there. And if you put your hand out on the outlets, you feel some cold air down around the outlets. So I opened a couple of them up. Not only did they need to be cleaned out because all, dirt likes to go in those things. If you got floor vents or floor outlets in your house, they like to collect dirt. So they had to clean them out, but there's also a lot of cold. Those boxes are not insulated at all. So I've been insulating some of those boxes and I actually ran out of insulation. So I ordered some more on Amazon and we'll be doing a video on those. I've done some already, but we're going to be doing some more.
There's always something to do when you own a house, for sure.
There is.
But any way that you can keep your heat in is super great.
Yeah.
Because I'm a heat hog, except for during the summer. Then you can have your heat.
Nancy asked, is there insulation under the house? And there's not. So that's just the way the house was made. There's a crawl space. The house was kind of built on a hill. So one side of the house, you can walk under the house. And then as you start to move towards the road side of the house, it gets really, really narrow where you're crawling on your belly. But I've thought about insulating underneath the house because the floor is pretty cold if you're not wearing socks. But this is also an unusual cold. If we're in the upper 20s and 30s, it's not really a problem. But when you're down in the single digits and you're 10 degrees and wind chill is like 2, then you start to feel where the cabin is uncomfortably cold, like in spots where the outlets are, is like you touch the metal outlet cover and it almost frostbites your fingers. That's cold. So
it's still warmer than the one house me and Audrey were staying in while I was in Ohio. There was like 2 weeks where we were staying at somebody's house. It was a rental house and we were trying to help do some work there. So we were staying there and that house had some huge gaps. It was like a meat locker inside of there. And I was like, we've got to get out of here. We can't stay. We were trying to see if that was somewhere where we could stay and help them fix stuff up, but it was just too much. You could like see your breath inside of that house. It was, it was even colder than her house, and her house didn't have heat at the time. So I'm like, this is torture. We can't do this. But good times, good times.
Yeah.
What else you got? What else is going on?
Oh,
John said he's seen Amy Grant.
Oh,
That would be a good show for sure.
yeah.
So
You got some glasses in the mail.
oh, yeah, those are going to be cool. So I ordered these, and I ordered these when I was in Ohio. And unfortunately, I ordered them with prescription lenses, which was a mistake because the lenses were horrible. And I actually paid, I think, an extra $60 for these lenses, but the prescription was not right at all. And I couldn't even wear them. I thought I was going to get sick. I was so disoriented from them. But they are these Ray-Ban Meta glasses that you can take pictures and record. So they're pretty cool. They even have like Google Translate and everything in them. So I got these during the Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale. And I thought maybe these would be good to do some filming because I was going to be by myself to go to like the estate sales or whatever. Then I could talk and film and not have to worry about holding the camera. And I wanted to see how they would do. So I just got replacement lenses that were non-prescription and we just put them in there. So now we can start using them and testing them out. So I'm excited to see how those do.
So they have a little built-in camera on them. And you can take pictures and you can do video and you can hear. There's speakers built into the back of these.
Now those are an older pair. They have newer ones that cost a lot of money, but I got some of the older generation ones that were really cheap on a great deal because, yeah, I can't spend all that kind of money. But what's really neat, the case and everything charges. So I'm super stoked about checking those things out while we're down in Florida and on the cruise. Maybe we'll bring those on the cruise. I'm not sure.
It'll come in handy for when you need an extra hand or.
Yeah. So, and I saw some videos and the quality, the film quality looked pretty decent. So figured it was worth a shot to check them out.
Now they don't work independent of your phone. You have to be within your phone because it sends everything to the phone, doesn't it? Does it do any storing on the
no, I believe
itself?
It sends it to your phone. Now the new ones are probably way cooler and do a lot more, but yeah, living on a budget. You just got to do little bits and pieces to check it out. Some of the technology is just so extreme. Oh, some of it's scary too, but it sounds like they'll be interesting. But at that time in my mind, I was trying to think of how I was going to continue to have a channel by myself and be able to film and everything. And I thought that would be a good addition to my business plan at the time. So hopefully it's still a good addition.
I like your new business plan better.
Do you?
Where you have a little more help.
Okay.
Because everybody knows I make the channel. It's just her name on the banner. I'm waiting for the
Wow.
applause.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
I thought it was teamwork makes the dream work.
That's it. That's what I'm saying. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Mhm.
That's not what I said.
I'm going to need a lot more of coffee and things to deal with this guy. But anyway.
Estate sales.
Ooh.
There were some scheduled
and
last
they
couple
got
of weeks, and they
canceled
got
because of the cold.
postponed. Yes.
They were teasing me. I'm like, yay, it's been however long, almost 4 months. I want to go. I want to go.
So we have 2 in a row coming up this coming weekend and next weekend.
I'm so excited. So hopefully they've got a lot of good stuff.
Yep, they're both fairly close by over in Winchester, so we hope to check them out.
I'm excited about that because they had some really good ones when I wasn't here. I keep them on Facebook to check out what they're doing. But yeah, I love estate sales because you get to see a lot of neat stuff. You don't have to buy all the different stuff, but it's neat always to check out the houses and the different styles. And sometimes it's like walking back in time. A lot of times it's like walking back in time because people will have the original carpet from way back when. You never know what you're going to see.
Yeah, you never know. And we're not always looking for something, but if something catches our eye, yep. Want to talk about the free lunch we went to?
Oh, yeah, that was different. That was a different thing we did this week. So we got this little advertisement in the mail where they offer you a free meal.
Oh, Iowa sent you 10 more.
Thank you, Iowa.
Thank you,
Super
Iowa.
duper sweet of you. So Brett was like, I was like, oh boy, I rolled my eyes. I'm like, it's a sales pitch. What are they going to be giving you? So I just threw it to the side, but Brett was like, we're going to go to this. And
Let's
I'm like,
go. Let's get out of the house. It's
are
cold.
we?
We're leaving.
It's a free meal and we're getting out of the house. So I was like, okay. I remember back in the day, we used to get a lot of those to go check out vacation spots and you'd get a free weekend vacation, but everybody was working.
Like a
so
timeshare.
yeah, we never got to go on those because everybody was working. So anyway, we ended up going on this little lunch excursion
It was actually not too bad.
and we got to check out a local restaurant. So that was a
Yep.
good thing.
And it was a steak dinner.
Steak dinner. You had your choice of steak, chicken, or salmon.
Mm-hmm.
And we were there about 2 hours.
2 hours.
But they had a presentation with 3 different products. It was interesting, a company out of Texas.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to talk more about it? It's your
Well, they were talking about
dude area.
insulation of roofs. They didn't talk about insulation of any of the other parts of the house, just the roof. So we did have a guy come out and look, but there's really nothing they can do with this log cabin. There's 2 ways you can insulate the roof. They have this scientific type NASA approved foil that they can put on the roof or under the shingles of your roof, like across the attic space, but we don't have attic space here. And then they have a paint option where it's like an aluminized paint.
But you'd have to cover up your wood to
Yeah,
do that.
I'm not
and
doing that either,
there's no
so.
way. So that was out.
Those 2 were out. So then they had an attic fan.
That was a solar
worked on
powered.
solar.
So again, no attic.
Again, no attic, so can't really use that. And the last thing was a probiotic thing. Now, what are any of y'all used probiotic before? And this is like a machine.
Well, that's a different way of probiotics than I've ever heard of.
Disseminating it, yeah.
Because usually you take probiotic vitamins or it's, your yogurt and this and that. And it's like a supplement type of thing for your health. But this is actually infused into your air conditioning system.
Correct. So it's
So-
like a spray, I guess, or a mist.
Yeah, and it goes throughout your house and it's supposed to be less dust in your house. And
It's supposed to marry up, the molecules are supposed to marry up with the bad stuff in your house and neutralize it.
this conversation is making me want to sneeze. Excuse me.
God bless you.
Excuse me.
You need some probiotics?
I do, see? So it's supposed to help allergies. It's supposed to take care of the germs and really, I guess, kind of sanitize your house.
Yeah.
So it gets installed in your into where your air conditioning system is. And I guess it spritzes out like 2 times a day. And this bottle of the probiotics is supposed to last a year, and you get a refill every year. So,
but the system was about $5,000, and then the bottles that you have to buy.
it would be roughly $400 a year for the refill of the bottles. Now, if it does everything it claims to do, that would be 100% worth it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And it's a lifetime warranty and all that stuff. But just to throw $5,000 at something to see if that's good or not, I don't know about all that.
I went and Google searched it and read, and I got claims. There were good claims, and then there were a lot of claims though that were concerning that just said it didn't make any difference. Now,
so I'm kind of a mixed bag.
It was a mixed bag, so I wasn't really sold on the idea that it was going to be a 100% going to make your life better. So we kind of.
So, but the gentleman doing the presentation was super nice, from Texas,
and he was funny too.
He was funny. And I do love that they did a prayer before the meal, which you don't see that much with many companies. Mm-hmm. So that was a nice touch. But it was a wonderful meal too. We got
good meal, good atmosphere, sometimes entertaining. And
so
it was.
I'm glad we did it. It was a different experience. So if you ever get a little postcard in the mail with a free meal, you might want to go check it out. It's always an experience. You get to meet people. And but yeah, no sale for us. But they usually do sell quite a bit, apparently.
Yeah.
So, but it was a delicious steak dinner.
Well, the next thing, we would like to send some prayers out. Several people.
That's probably the most important thing. It's been kind of a heavy week regarding a few different families. First off, for Jason, we love you so much. He's having a lot of issues, family issues with hospitalization, and we've been praying a lot for Jason and his whole family, and would appreciate if you guys could also pray for him and his family. They're having lots of health issues going on right now with a family member, and they're just very near and dear to me. I consider Jason to be a family member, and his family is
they've always been very welcoming. They invited us over for a Sunday family get together, and we had all kinds of great fish and game from Alaska.
Yeah, they're just a wonderful family. I'm trying not to cry because I'm just picturing them and just want to give them a big hug. It's really hard when you're going through stuff. So just please say prayers for them.
And his sister even invited us over for a Super Bowl bash, but we're not really sure we're going to do that. The weather's part of the reason, and it's still quite dry in the opposite direction.
And now with everything going on, who even knows if their plans would be changed.
Right.
But it just, it makes me so sad. And then when you're so far away from people and you just want to give them a hug and you just want to be there for them during these hard times, that just makes it even harder. And, it just, like I said, I consider them to be family. So it hurts that you can't be there or wave a magic wand, but prayers are the best thing you can do. So we appreciate if everybody says a prayer for them. And I know I will continue to pray for them. And whatever happens, just always know that it's God's plan and God will cradle you.
Yeah.
And there's another family in Ohio that had a tragedy this week with a family member passing away in an unexpected way. And they're way too young. And it's very sad for the whole family. So I've been praying for them, and I won't mention their name, but if you can also just keep them in your prayers, God knows who they are and what they need. So please say a prayer for them as well. When a family member just passes away like that out of nowhere, I mean, it's hard either way, I guess, but there's grandkids, there's all these siblings, friends, and a shocking and girlfriend. Like, oh, it just breaks my heart. And I hate to see people hurting. So they've been in my prayers as well. And when all these kind of things happen, it just reminds you of how precious life is.
Yeah, you don't really have that much time on this earth. You have about 80 years to figure it out.
And it's like our practice session here to figure out how to be for heaven. Like, we're just here for a short period. It's all practice, and hopefully we get it right. And we go on to heaven, and we're there, and we're going to see all these people that we know and love. And I hope heaven is crowded with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, you don't know the time you have with people. So just take every day and make it special, and try your best to be your best and not fight with each other, and let go of things that went wrong and people not talking over stupid things.
Yeah.
But life is precious, and we should all just be helping each other thrive and being good to each other. So it just reminds me of that. And I thank everybody for all the prayers for us and for all of our friends and family. I really appreciate it. And I pray for a lot of you guys too. I know a lot of people send me emails about different situations, and believe me, I pray for everybody that sends me something and we have a conversation. When I say I'm going to pray for you, I absolutely do. Prayer in numbers makes a big difference. So, and sometimes it doesn't change the situation, but it helps the people that are going through the situations. So, and I did pretty good. I didn't totally lose it.
No, it's good. So we
Getting
thank
a
you
little
for your prayers, because, you know, heavy hearts, it's hard to deal with.
Yeah, and we have to be here for each other. Like, that's what we're here for, to love on each other, not cause each other bigger problems. And I mean, the world brings enough problems. Let's just be good to each other.
Yep, that it does.
So back on to some good stuff. And
all right.
What do you got?
I think the last thing we have is our mail.
Oh,
Beep, beep.
I thought you would be delivering it in this
Oh, that'd be cool.
Camaro.
They're both blue.
What do you think? They are.
I like the blue.
I wouldn't fit much mail in here, though. That's like a little baby compared to your big old Jeep there.
I don't think they're to scale.
Maybe I'll just deliver some express mail. Very small express mail.
There you go.
My gas bill is going to be much higher than yours, too. But I'm going to get it there a lot faster.
And I'll get you out of the ditch if you slide out.
Okay.
So do you want to talk about this a little bit?
Yes. So we got this amazing, wonderful gift in the mail this week, and we appreciate this so much. This is going to be, and I haven't even looked into it because we kind of picked it up just today when we went out to get our propane. So I haven't even looked at it too much, but this
two of them
is a guide and a workbook to help with our marital problems that we've been having.
You have marital problems?
Everybody has marital
I think
problems.
everybody does.
Most people just don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Every relationship has problems, whether you're married or not. Like I said, mother, father, sister, brother, like friends, everybody has problems. So, and the best thing to do with your problems are to take them to God. So I'm very excited to check into this. And like I say, I tell Brett all the time, if anybody's going to fix this, it's going to have to be God, because he can do everything. Like he's a big God. So nothing's too big for him. So we're going to read through these workbooks. I thank you so much for sending these to us. And I will get in touch with you if I have any questions about anything. But I'm super excited because I don't know if anybody has ever done any Bible studies before, but you do get so much, anything having to do with God, you're going to get something out of.
Mm-hmm.
So, and every relationship is work. And if you're not working on your relationship, then it's probably not going very well. So, and we can speak for that. You know, you get what you put in.
It's really communication or lack thereof, or misunderstanding.
There's a lot of different things, but you know, just flipping through this, I can see some great subjects that,
some homework,
you know, that come into stuff. Yeah, you got to do work. You got to do homework. You got to go through these workbooks. This is just an amazing gift, and I'm super appreciative. It warms my heart that people out there are thinking of us and trying to help us. Yeah. I mean, it makes all the difference. Like I said, this is what God wants us to do, to help each other. And if you've got tools and you know this has helped you and you're sharing it with friends, that makes God happy, because you're sharing these things with each other to bring each other up. When people go through and tear each other down and, you know, go in a chat and just write a lot of nasty comments, who is that helping? I don't know. I don't even know why you'd waste your time doing that.
Yeah.
But
there's a lot of spiteful people out there that just want to, I don't know what they get out of making other people miserable, because they're not going to be around to see it anyway.
I don't know.
I don't get it.
I have always gotten so much off doing something for somebody and just like seeing the reaction when you say you went in and you were visiting them and you cleaned their house one day. Maybe they were at work and you were staying behind, and they came home and you had cleaned their whole house, or you cooked them dinner, to see their wonderful reaction when they walk in. Like, it's worth it. Those are the things that make me happy, making other people happy. That's what we should be doing. We're here to serve others. Mm-hmm. But I don't know, that it's just, you know, this has been in such a heavy week. Receiving this was such a great gift, made it even better to get some light.
Yeah, good timing.
Yes, it was perfect timing for this. Just once again, I thank you so much for it, and I'll be in touch with you for sure. But
have to provide an update when we get through it a little ways.
Right. And we may have questions, you know, any help that you can get. You should never be too proud to ask for help or act like you're perfect and everything is wonderful in your life. There's so many people on different platforms that you think are perfect, and they've just got it all together. Their house just looks like a perfect Martha Stewart HGTV, like everything is just so. Well, that's just what they want to show you. Like, we all have problems. None of us are perfect. So you should never act like you are above everybody else and you've got it all together.
Yeah, a lot of these platforms, we know that many of you watch, they're not all what they seem. Okay, everybody has problems and everybody deals with them in a different way. We try to be authentic. It doesn't mean we're going to tell you everything. But
yeah, nobody needs to know everybody's details completely. That doesn't help a situation either.
Right.
But, you know, we have problems. And like I told you the last time, we don't know what we're doing right now. We're just trying to lean on God and bring our problems to Him and try to work on communicating better and doing what we can to be better friends to each other, and work on any past problems and try to get through that in the better.
Patience too, for me, was a big one.
But I'm not going to come on here and act like everything is hunky-dory and, you know, all that. You know, we've got problems, but we're dealing with them. We're leaning on God. We thank you all for your prayers. And we're just, you know, doing the best we can, and hopefully down the road we'll help somebody talking about our stuff. But the worst thing you can do is close yourself off from the world, isolate yourself, act like you're perfect. None of that's going to help you.
Yeah.
Every growth you go through in life is going to come through hard times. You don't learn anything off of easy street.
No.
So we all have a lot of rough edges that need to be smoothed out. And when you're smoothing out those rough edges, that's the painful part. Like,
And you figure out real quick who your friends are, either on moving day or when you're experiencing problems and you need someone to lend an ear and you don't hear from them, you know who your friends are.
and sometimes too, your friends are going through stuff. So it's
Yeah.
like, it's hard. You don't want to be too hard on those people either, because sometimes we put different people up on pedestals as well.
Yeah.
And nobody here is perfect. Nobody, not your pastors, not your teachers, whatever their title is, that their title doesn't make them perfect.
No.
So there's going to be faults. You can't use those times where you see people as human beings to write them off or think like, oh, this pastor, look at what he did, I'm done with God. You can't do that.
No.
That's one instance. That's one church. Like, there's so many people that even have had bad experiences in a particular church and just like, I'm done, I'm walking away.
Yeah, we've
You
had
can't do that.
We've had a bad experience with, one particular pastor, but then all the others that we've had, they've been great.
In the end, we're all human beings and we all have faults and we all have bad days.
Yeah.
So, it's hard. Life is hard. Relationships are hard.
Mhm.
You just got to keep working at it and trying to give the grace and forgiveness that God gives us. You got to extend it to other people. It's never easy. I know Brett says sometimes, oh, I don't know how you can be this way with this person when they've done you so wrong.
Yeah. And that's caused a rift sometimes.
It has caused rifts. And I am more forgiving, I would say, than most people, but I do have my limits. And once somebody has hit that limit,
I found out the limit.
that could be a big problem. So you can't be so forgiving that you let people walk all over you. That's not the whole idea of forgiveness either.
Yeah, it's forgiveness, and then there has to be work on the other person's part.
So, because if somebody just keeps doing wrong and keeps doing wrong, I can forgive you over here, but you're not coming back over here with me. You're staying way out there, because the forgiveness, that's for me.
And no one said marriage is supposed to be easy. Marriage is work. But if you do the work and you invest into the marriage, then it can be very rewarding. And so I've had to kind of at times take a step back and be more patient and use different words to explain things. So a lot of it's communication.
And we live in a disposable world.
Yeah.
And the second anything goes wrong, everybody's ready to throw in the towel and just hightail it. And the bad news is a lot of us, me certainly, I had a very hard childhood.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a lot of rough things happen to me throughout my life. So you end up with different scars and different baggage or hostages and all these bad feelings that you take hostage, and you're carrying them around with you. And you have to let all that stuff go. You can't keep carrying that around with you. You didn't cause those things to happen. The people that cause those things to happen, I can guarantee you aren't thinking about any of it, and they're not worried about it, but you're over here carrying this baggage from something that happened so long ago. So there's just a lot of stuff to work through. And that's just life. And like I said, that can be with any relationship. It doesn't have to be husband or wife. I'm not saying either if that person keeps doing wrong stuff and has no remorse for it and has no plan to change it, I am by no means saying that you need to continue on just because you took a vow. Vows are very serious. I've never been married before. I don't take all that lightly, but you cannot stay in a relationship that is unhealthy with a person who doesn't care and is not willing to change. I'm by no means saying any of that.
Right.
but I just wish people took things a little bit more seriously and didn't act like everything was so disposable.
A lot of relationships, what is it in America? I think 50% of marriages fail. Well, I don't want to be part of that statistic. So sometimes it means, is there a chance for a conversation here? Is there a chance for a reset, I guess? Yeah, that's what you have to ask yourself in those relationships that you might be in.
So, and again, it's really good to have God to lean on. So I am thankful for God every day.
They like your hair.
Oh, thank you. I was playing around with this crimper that I got. I was trying, first of all.
Thank you, John. You like my hair? my lack of.
Yeah, yours is easy to fix.
I really hate my hair, to be honest with you. So I just cut it.
You want me to make you a wig? I could get a haircut and make you a wig.
That last video I did with the screen, I had my back to the camera a lot, my bald head. I couldn't stand it. I hated it, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to try to hide it. It is what it is.
I kept trying to go over your head because I was like, whoa.
I'm like, woo,
the reflection was just
a big shiny spot. I never knew I was that bald back there. I think it'll look better when it thins out up here, and then it'll just be bald. I think it might look better. Right now I'm in that ugly stage.
I had gotten this.
Like a duckling is ugly until it gets its feathers.
Oh boy. So I'd gotten this.
Yet.
Listen, I'm trying to talk here, buddy.
Okay, go.
I had gotten this curling iron because Deanna, if y'all know Deanna, she has this gorgeous hair and she always has these beautiful curls. So when we were last at Hale's headquarters and Deanna was there and Gina was there, so she had her curler. So she was showing me and Gina and George how to use this curler. And it was like, oh, that's not so hard. I'm going to get one because I hate messing with your hair and doing all this stuff. To me, it's a big bother. I don't like any of it. I've never been one of those makeup hair girly girl type of girls. I've always been the tomboy. So, but I like the look of it. I just don't have the patience to be dealing with it. So anyway, she's showing us how to use this. I'm like, well, that doesn't seem so hard. So when we had gotten home, I ordered one. And then I just now have gotten to unpack it and try it out. And it still was, I tried it a few times and I'm like, this thing is just too much. So I had this other crimper that I had bought at that, what was that luggage?
Oh yeah, the baggage.
That baggage reclaim place in Alabama. I had gotten this weird like beach wave crimper. And I remember when I was a teenager, me and Audrey had crimpers and we used to do all these crimpy hairdos and would have fun just playing around. So I did that before the live. I was playing with that beach crimper. I think it came out pretty good. I like the look of it. So maybe I'll have to mess around with that some more. And maybe one day I'll get some more patience to use that other curler thing. Just, I wish somebody else would come and fix my hair. Hair and makeup, where are you?
Hair and makeup.
I think it would be fun to braid my hair. I'm not good at that either.
No, I think it looks as good as it's ever looked, really. I like the color and everything.
But anyway, thank you. It was just fun playing around.
Yeah.
One day we'll make a wig for Brett. He needs a regular. He was wearing
like my green wig.
He was wearing that green wig. Maybe he needs one that's regular colored. Everybody said, you wear a wig, it'll help keep you warm.
I don't think guys look unattractive bald either. Your bald guys are, they look just as good as they would if they had hair. I don't think hair is a big thing.
That's what most bald guys say, right?
Yeah, or going bald guys say.
But my niece's boyfriend, he's young and he shaves his head bald, and he had this wig when I was there. And we went out to this Chinese buffet and he was wearing the wig and it was like brown with curls. But if he had his hair, that's actually what his hair would have looked like. His brother actually has the same kind of do. So it didn't look like it didn't belong on him. So we went out to dinner and he's like, this thing is great. It's keeping my head warm. because it's cold out. And I said, okay, well, it was just funny because you're used to him being bald and you look over and he's got all these curls. So we were making fun. It was a good time.
My hair loss was more hereditary. I was born with a lazy eye. So sometimes I get comments that, Brett, why don't you look into the camera? You're looking away from the camera. Well, which eye are you looking at? Because I only have one good eye, and that's this one. And this is my bad eye. It's been 2,400 since birth, and they tried to do surgery when I was 2, and they ended up cutting the nerves. So there's no fixing it. There's no new technology that's going to fix this. It's always going to be like that. Now, it used to be that my good eye was 2015, and it overcompensated for the bad eye. Now, if I ever lost my good eye, the experts say that the bad eye would try to take over, but it would take some work. But let's hope that never has to happen.
Right. Well, I have no sense of smell because when I was a teenager, I flew off a moving vehicle and cracked my head open and lost my sense of smell. So I used to joke because I had a friend that was colorblind, and I always told him, if you tell me how it smells, I'll tell you what color it is. So
There you go.
that was our deal for hanging out. But it's rough sometimes, but I'm told that in most cases, I'm very blessed not to have a sense of smell. So
another thing I got was my receding hairline and early hair loss. I'm 59. I don't know if that's early or not, but I've been missing hair back there for a little while. But I don't see it, so I don't care.
We'll get you a toupee. You want a toupee?
But no, I don't like my hair the way it is, but it is what it is.
Maybe someone will send you a nice wig.
I'm not willing to spend money on Rogaine and try to grow hair. It doesn't matter to me that
we could start a hair garden.
I think it might look better when I lose more hair, actually.
Well, then just shave it off.
Well, I thought about it, but I'm not there yet. I'm scared about if I shave it off, I won't get any of it back. And I might not like it.
Goodness. Or just start wearing a hat.
Sometimes I wear a hat. I'm not a big hat fan unless there's a
What about that hat of mine that you stole? You can wear that.
I do like the way that hat feels.
That looks like the perfect hat to bring on the cruise.
It's a little fedora type hat, and it's comfortable, and I like it.
One of these days, I'm going to get one.
Yeah, I don't like carrying it around, but I like wearing it. I used to wear a ball cap once in a while, but like down in Florida where it gets so hot, I don't like how your head sweats under a ball cap. I think
it's too hot.
It's gross. Yeah, I don't like all that.
When I did landscaping, I tried wearing one of those yard hats.
Yeah,
but
those I like to wear.
But it would block my vision when I was weed eating because back then I was younger and I could run with the weed eater, and you had to move really fast to get as many yards cut in the day as you could because that grass grew so fast during the summertime. It was hard to keep up. You'd be out there at night. But anyway, I couldn't see, so I could never wear one of those hats. And then some of them just make your head too hot, and it's already so hot.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not opposed to a hat. So you might see me with a hat sometimes.
Yeah, you can wear that hat to the cruise.
Yeah, I might.
I give you permission to wear the hat you stole from me.
I think it's in the RV, so it's already packed.
I know where it's at. It's in the closet.
Oh, is it?
You don't even know where your hat is.
I don't, but I haven't been in an RV in a little while. It's been too cold.
I know.
But soon, we'll be getting in there.
Warm wishes. Warm wishes. All right. So this week, estate sale, warmer weather.
Can't wait for that. I like being outside. I'd like to cut a few more of these trees, but when it's 12 degrees outside, I'm not going out there and deal with that. And I don't have the cold weather clothes that I had in Alaska. I got rid of all that.
When we go to the gym, I have to walk on the treadmill because it's like too cold and windy outside. So a little bit warmer would be good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind being able to go on a hike.
Yeah.
I need to go on a hike. It's been a while.
Yep.
So yeah, that would be another good reason because we do go to the gym about 3 times a week.
Mm-hmm.
And I love walking outdoors versus walking on the treadmill indoors. So that's what this week looks like. Trying to pack up that RV, go into the gym.
How would that look? I'm trying to see.
It would be weird.
It'd be weird.
There is a guy who goes to one of the gyms we go, an older fellow, and not like old, but he has a mohawk, like a short kind of mohawk.
Mhm.
And I don't know. It
A
looks
lot of
weird.
guys like to wear that
Goatee,
stuff right here.
like a goatee.
Yeah, some of them just do it right here, and some of them do the mustache in here. Now, when I was in the military, the earlier part of my career, I did keep a mustache, but the mustache has very specific rules. It has to be tapered and trimmed, and it can't be down
A
in your mouth.
mustache.
It has to be trimmed off your lip, and it can't extend the corners of your mouth. That's the regulation. But I had tools to do that, and it looked good when you were younger. It made a younger man look older. But when you're an older guy, you want to look younger. So now you just shave it off.
Unless you're like Sam Elliott and you want that cool stash.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like unkept facial hair. Facial hair on a guy, it looks fine. I think the 5 o'clock shadow is the best look for a guy.
I like,
But a beard can look good for a guy if he's maintaining it, if it's trimmed. But if you got this wiry stuff all down in your mouth, that's nasty. That's just me.
I like the
Yes, sir.
mustaches that come on the back of the Screaming Sicilian pizzas.
Oh, yeah, you stick in
And
your nose.
you take it out of the pizza box and then you put it on, and then I go around and ask everybody, I must ask you a question. And my son would just roll his eyes and shake his head. He's like, Mom, what is wrong with you?
I must ask you a
Like,
question.
you're embarrassing. So I took a picture of myself with that mustache, and every so often I'll send it to one of my family members and be like, I must ask you a question. They're like, oh, here she goes again. Hey, you got to have fun, you know?
Yeah.
You got to have fun.
Yep.
So I guess that's it. So that's what we'll be doing this week. Anything else?
No, that's all I got.
Hopefully we're all warm. Everybody's out. Everybody has a super fantastic week. Thank you all for being on here with us. Thank you for the super chats, Jason. And I'll talk to you later, Jason. And thank you, Miss Iowa. We love you guys so much. Thank you to all our moderators for keeping it nice and lively. No drama. Zero
Yay.
drama. Love it. Love the positivity. Keep praying for each other. Keep trying to do your best and see who you can help out this week. And maybe you can help make heaven a little bit more crowded, because we need all the help we can get. It's a crazy world out there. Love you all. Thank you so much to our members.
Yeah.
I don't know what we'll be doing this week.
Got some eBay stuff. We got coins.
Oh yeah, we
that went
got
up.
eBay stuff on there.
Mhm.
Lots of stuff has been getting sold. So
Good prices. too.
thank everybody for their purchases and for checking stuff out. Ooh, I don't know what that was.
That's the squirrel that gets
That
on the roof.
squirrel is back.
He's
He's on the
back.
roof. You guys didn't hear it, but I just heard that squirrel. That's why I jerk like that.
When he jumps off the chimney, he lands on the roof and it makes a big noise. You probably just heard it. If you didn't, no.
So whatever was done up there needs to be redone. So now we have to do some more work on that chimney.
Or he's found another entrance.
Oh, I don't know what we're going to do with this squirrel, but it needs to warm up so we can fix that too.
Well, I've got an idea. I got a plan for that squirrel
Okay.
for another day.
For another day. So goodness. But thank you all. Love you guys so much. Be positive and keep doing good things for each other. Did I forget anything?
I don't
If
think
I
so.
forgot anything, I'm sorry. And we will see you guys next week. Next week?
Sure.
Sure. Why not?
That's right.
All right. We love you. Take care of each other. Spread love, smiles, and everything good. Awesomeness. Yeah. Put awesomeness on everything.
Yep. Enjoyed it. Bye, guys.
Bye. Love y'all.